Hello everyone, welcome back to Jus de Rose. In today's video, I'll be talking about sweet and sexy fragrances. If you are a gourmand lover, if you love creamy vanilla, coconutty perfumes, sweet boozy fragrances, or floral fruity scents that are so delicious, mouth-watering, and very sexy, this list is going to be for you. I'm going to start off with the strongest, most powerful fragrance. It is Hibiscus Mahaja from Maison Crivelli. So this perfume is part of the Extrait collection. This is why it is so strong. It is so long lasting, days on end. This fragrance lasted months on my clothes. Like, it's insane, actually on my coat, not clothes because I wash them. But you get the picture. This perfume is incredibly powerful and strong. So if you're looking for a sweet and sexy, very long lasting and hugely projecting fragrance, you're gonna wanna get Hibiscus Mahaja. So this perfume is a tart rose with some leathery nuances and vanilla. This perfume was inspired by drinking hibiscus tea, but frankly for me, this smells as if you had rose petals macerated in liquid vanilla to create the most delicious rose vanilla liquor ever. It is really intoxicating, super intense. I'm not sure how I feel about this fragrance still after months of testing, but if you like tart roses with a sweet edge, you're going to really enjoy Hibiscus Mahaja. I would recommend it to you if you like Delina from Parfums de Marly or Rose Vanille from Mizensir. Those kind of like tart roses, Hibiscus Mahaja is going to be right up your alley. Okay, if you're looking for the ultimate sexy summer gourmand that is totally appropriate and not too sickening to wear in the summertime, you need to try Blanche Bete by Imaginaires. This is a little gem of a fragrance. More people need to know about it. If you are a fan of creamy coconuts mixed with some white florals, there's jasmine in this perfume, but then you also want the addictive notes of tonka bean and cacao in the base, this is gonna be a fragrance for you. To me, this perfume smells like the creamiest of coconut milk mixed in with a rich and dense cacao butter. It is a really buttery and creamy perfume, extremely lactonic. So if you like milky scents with a sweet edge, this is definitely one to try. It lasts all day on my skin with a strong projection. Has a bit of like this like warm ambery base as well. It is beautiful. I would recommend wearing this on a hot summer night for date night. It would just go very well with like a sexy dress, some high heels. Like, yeah, this fragrance is it for summer. Highly recommend it. Blanche Bete by Imaginaires. Okay, this next fragrance is more of a commercial scent, but for some reason, this one gets me compliments every time I wear it. It is I Want Choo from Jimmy Choo. And personally, I would get this one over the new fragrance, which I will be talking about soon in another video, because I find that it is a fresher take and I like the fact that there's citruses and fruits so that it's not too dense and heavy. So this perfume has like a classic designery structure. And what do I mean by this? You have citruses in the top, some fruity notes. There's like your typical creamy, like jasmine, floral in the mid, and then in the base you have vanilla and like all the warmth and sweetness of that ingredient. So for me, this perfume actually reminded me of Good Girl by Carina Era, but like the warm base of Good Girl. With this, it's not the same fragrance, by the way, that's not what I'm saying, but it kind of has like a little reminiscence of Good Girl, complemented with some juicy fruits and citruses. So it is fresh, like this is great for the day, but you can easily transition into the night as well. And as I said, this is a highly complimented fragrance. It is sexy and could easily be a signature scent as well. On my skin, it lasts all day with a strong projection. Now, a really good fruity fragrance that just launched that I 100% am behind, and this is coming from someone who doesn't like fruity perfumes. It is a new Kayali Lovefest Burning Cherry 48. This perfume is outstanding, minus the fact that it does not last on the skin, which is so frustrating. So this perfume on my skin lasts maximum 4 hours with like an hour to an hour and a half of projection. Very frustrating, but my advice would be just to spray it on your clothes. Clothes tether the fragrance better than on the skin. So like that, you can smell it more throughout the day as opposed to, you know, just lingering a few hours on the skin. So what makes Lovefest Burning Cherry so special is the fact that this perfume is a smoky, spicy, woody cherry scent. And no, this does not smell like Tom Ford's Lost Cherry. It's not a dupe for it. I feel like whenever we talk about cherry fragrances, we always have to mention Lost Cherry by Tom Ford. Like, it is a reference for that category, but this perfume definitely does not smell like it. So Lovefest Burning Cherry, as I said, smoky Gaiac wood, lots of spices that come through in the dry down on my skin, and the cherry note is really a dark cherry. Like, this is a gothic cherry perfume, which is just, again, super sexy, but definitely overspray this perfume because unfortunately it disappears really quickly. I almost included Baccarat Rouge by Maison Urgent, but then I'm like, no, everyone knows this fragrance, everyone talks about it, so I'm gonna provide an alternative if you like Baccarat Rouge, or if you can't smell Baccarat Rouge because so many people are anosmic, I would recommend you try For Your Love by Mizensir. No, this isn't sponsored. I really think this perfume is a great alternative to Baccarat Rouge. I have both fragrances in my collection and they're different enough, but this is like the next step into the Baccarat Rouge journey. So For Your Love, for me, it's actually closer to Burberry Her because it has like a berry-like sweetness. There's raspberry in this perfume, and for me this smells like powdered sugar sprinkled over fresh raspberries. You have some woods. There's also, I believe, like ambroxan in the base, which, you know, makes this fragrance super likable. But yeah, it is closer to Burberry Her, I would say, versus Baccarat Rouge. But it's safe to say that if you like both Baccarat Rouge and Burberry Her, you'll really enjoy For Your Love by Mizensir. Now, if you're looking for creamy, fruity fragrances, the one that I would recommend you try is Very Good Girl from Carina Era. I've talked a lot about this fragrance on my channel, and I actually prefer it over the original Good Girl because I find that it is more wearable, and you know, not everyone is smelling like this perfume. If you like the Delina DNA, and specifically Delina Exclusive, Very Good Girl is a great alternative to Delina Exclusive, which is much pricier. So if you want to spend your money on a good designer fragrance that will do a similar job to Delina Exclusive, this perfume is the one that you should get. Now, what I like about this fragrance is that you do find like the creaminess, this like addictive like vanilla almond thing going on in the background, so in the base. But then this perfume, instead of being so dense and thick and just like a little bit too much, which is the case with the original Good Girl, this one is complemented with rose and vetiver, which makes it lighter. There's also some berries, like red berries going on in the top, a little bit lighter, more playful, and is again easier to wear, which also makes this fragrance more versatile. It's another one that you can wear during the day and then easily transition into night. This perfume, yeah, really makes me think of like berries and cream. Fresh berries with some double cream on top. Really delicious, creamy, beautiful, floral, fruity fragrance that, again, is a really affordable alternative to Delina Exclusive. Lasting power all day on the skin, and it has a moderate projection. For those of you who want a fresh, creamy, almondy fragrance, I would recommend you try Velvet Tonka from Beautyk. This perfume really surprised me. I wasn't expecting to like it this much. It smells so nice. It really does smell as if you had taken a fresh almond, freshly peeled it, cracked open, and just ate the almond like that. That is how fresh the almond is. In the dry down, it turns a little bit powdery, sort of like Play-Doh-like. It's really beautiful. You also have some orange blossom and some tobacco, but to be fair, for me, this is an almond dominant perfume with a cherry marzipan feel to it. So it is sweet, delicious, marzipan-like, yeah, it's very powerful. You need to like marzipan, cherry, and almond to enjoy this perfume. Lasting power is good. It lasts all day on my skin, and the projection is moderate. There are two fragrances I would recommend getting from Beautyk. The first one is Gris Chanel, and the second one would be Velvet Tonka. Another fragrance that will make you smell like a delicious dessert is Halwa Kiss from Ojar. I discovered this brand almost like a year ago in Harrods, and what's really cool and unique about this brand is its packaging, but also like the type of offering that they have. So their core offering are fragrance oils, and this is a fragrance oil that I bought like when I was in Harrods. What's really cool is the applicator. So you can apply the oil in two different ways depending on like how much you want to apply. If you want to target very specific areas, you can unscrew the top of the cap to reveal a rollerball. So you can really like, for example, like go behind your ears or like on pulse points, that kind of stuff. But if you want more application and more of the scent, you can unscrew the bottom of the neck here to reveal almost like a glass pipette-like applicator. And so you can just apply it on a bigger surface. I think that's really genius. So yeah, I just thought that I would let you know. But Halwa Kiss, what does this perfume smell like? Well, this perfume is a delicious honeyed pistachio dessert. It really is crushed pistachios mixed with like a really indulgent honey note. There's some spices, probably some saffron in there as well, some florals, but it essentially is honey and pistachio. Now it's not honey as like in Scandale, the original fragrance from Jean Paul Gaultier, where it's like very dense and thick. Here the honey still remains quite fresh and not too sickening, which is what I like about this perfume. If you love honey, you're gonna love this fragrance for sure. It has a sweet touch, but without being too sickening. So I highly recommend you try out Ojar, and the brand has like lots of really nice fragrances and like fragrance oils as well to discover from, but for sure my favorite sweet one from the brand is Halwa Kiss. And I'm gonna end this video with two boozy sweet perfumes. The first one is Angel's Share from Killian. This is like the ultimate winter scent. I cannot wait to wear this, even in the fall season, to be fair. Oh my gosh. This is so addictive, so intoxicating, and so sexy. So Angel's Share is a boozy, sweet perfume with like lots of woods, spices. I think the idea is cognac around this fragrance. I think Angel's Share is like part of the cognac. I'm not a liquor connoisseur, but I believe it's a special part of the cognac, or like within the development process of the alcohol. I'm not too sure. But anyways, you do have, yeah, this boozy note. For me, this reminds me more of Calvados, which is a liquor made in France, which has like an apple-like nuance. And for me, certainly this perfume is like a spiced, boozy apple pie. It is very cozy, intoxicating, as I said. It's a super strong perfume as well. This is another one that will last days on end and has a massive projection, so performance is fantastic. This is a great perfume from Kilian and a staple for the winter season. And finally, if you want a more candied-like boozy perfume, I'd recommend you try Side Effect from Initio. It's another beast mode perfume. I mean, as I keep on saying on this channel, Initio fragrances are the definition of beast mode. They project a lot, they last and last and last on the skin. It's pretty incredible. But Side Effect is a spicy, boozy perfume. You have cinnamon, there's rum, there's vanilla, but there is distinctive candy-like notes about it, like a sweet, candied note. Like, I don't want to say sticky because it's not a sticky perfume, but it smells like sour candy with booze and spices. Like, imagine you are taking a shot of rum and the rim of the rum is coated with cinnamon. You drink it, you get that warm feeling down your throat. This is what Side Effect kind of is reminiscent of for me, plus the candied nuance. Yeah, very sexy perfume, date night approved. You don't need that many sprays because it is so strong, and sometimes it can be a little bit much, so you just need like I would say max 3 sprays and you'll be good to go. And that is it for today's video. I hope you enjoyed this list. Let me know in the comments down below what is your favorite sweet and sexy fragrance. I would love to know. Thank you so much for watching, and remember, spread the fragrant love.